All right, welcome back to Joe Live. Smile.
How are you?
We got a special guest today, Cale Grauberger.
Thank you.
Cale, can you just do a little bit of a rundown, telling me why I asked you here today and kind of give me a lowdown?
Yes, sir. Well, my name is Cale Grauberger, and I am a retired staff sergeant from the Oklahoma Army National Guard. And the reason you called me in today is because I am the president of a organization here in Enid called National Veterans Flagpoles United. And what we do as an organization is we go out and we install flagpoles free of charge to well-deserving veterans.
Very cool.
And we've been doing this now for, about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years now, I guess
Okay.
it is. And we have done flags or flagpoles throughout the whole state of Oklahoma.
Wow.
We've been to Tulsa, we've been out to Elk City, we've been all corners of the state. And so far, we've done over 75 flagpoles. So it's a very good thing that we are doing to be able to give back to veterans that have given so much for their country. This past weekend, we did 4 flagpoles here in Enid. And, when you ask those veterans, what does that flagpole mean to you? And when that veteran starts crying and he can't even get out everything that he wants because he's crying because that flag's flying and everything, man, it just gives you chills down your back,
Now, who started this organization? Did you start this, or has it been around for a minute, or what's the story?
Well, I started the organization up here in Northwest Oklahoma, but this actually started in Oklahoma City from another individual down there. What happened was there's a retired soldier that lives down the street from the founder that originally founded this whole group. And he was putting his flag out one day, and the veteran came up to him and he said, hey, I would love to have a flagpole, but I just can't afford one, And so anyway, he thought about it overnight, and he decided that he was going to go ahead and buy that veteran a flagpole and put it in, free of charge for him.
Okay.
And that's where it all started. And then I got involved with them down there and started going down to Oklahoma City and started doing flagpoles with those guys down there.
So where's it based out of?
It was based out of Oklahoma City, down in the Moore area.
Okay.
That's where it originally started. And then I was asked to start a group up here in Northwest Oklahoma to help cover Moore area. So we did. We started, we changed our name because we did basically just a whole change, and I made this a totally separate organization from them down there.
Okay, so you brought it locally then. Are you the head of this area here then?
I am.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, our viewers can see what's on the screen there. See now, so they're going to look up here and see this picture here.
Okay.
And so, what's this? When was this, and what's this about?
This particular flagpole we did. This one was 2 months ago here in Enid. And if you notice on these flags and these flagpoles, we use black flagpoles. And the reason we use black is, man, they really stand out, Yeah. And it's different than what everybody else is doing.
So you can also kind of recognize
exactly
the organization.
Exactly. So yeah, this was I believe he was an Air Force veteran, if I remember right. Lives over there in the Meadows.
Very cool.
Right as you come into the Meadows, as a matter of fact, right off of Cleveland, the first house as you come in, you will see this flagpole right there on the corner. This one was, again, 2 months ago. This one was up in Cedar Ridge, where we did that one. And if you look here, we get volunteers that come out and help us. And this group here, there was a bunch of guys from the Down Bikers Association of Enid with us. And So every month, we get different volunteers, and you never know who's going to come out to support you.
What's your what are your most of your donation? Are you donation based? I assume.
Yes,
right?
we are. We are a total 501c3 organization, so we can only operate off of donations. Okay, so everything is donation based. I would like to welcome Jackson's aboard.
Well,
Thank you for coming aboard and helping us out.
we're very happy to participate. I think, I don't feel like in my life I have done enough, but when I see guys like you come in and you're leading the charge and you've got a good cause, I love to be a part of that kind of stuff. I like to be able to broadcast this kind of stuff for you, Hey, come on in, man. How are you?
Well, here's Richard Riggins.
Okay, all right, cool. Richard, if you don't mind, Richard.
He is our.
Actually, Richard, if you would you mind stepping over here real quick?
No.
That'd be awesome. Cale, why don't you tell us exactly what's? Oh wait, let me go fast forward here. Okay. So 1 second here. Let's get a couple more shots here. Tell us about that one right there.
Okay, this one again was another one that we did here in Enid, an Air Force veteran,
Put that on anywhere you can.
and again, every one of these flagpole installations that we do is different. And I'm on Facebook Live when we're installing these flagpoles, and my last question to all the veterans is, what does this flagpole mean to you? And I never get the same answer. Everybody has a different answer of what that flagpole means to them. And matter of fact, this past weekend, whenever I asked our last veteran, what does this flagpole mean to you? He was so emotional. I mean, he couldn't keep a dry eye. He couldn't hardly even talk because he was crying so hard. But when you see that, it does.
It brings back their pride.
It does.
And it's special for all they sacrifice. It's like it lets them know we care.
Right. Well, and a lot of these people, these veterans, I'm not going to call them people, a lot of these veterans, they have very high military awards, Purple Hearts. A Purple Heart is you have to be wounded in combat in order to get a Purple Heart.
Right.
Okay. So we did one for a Purple Heart recipient, and he said that flagpole was the highest award he's ever received. So if he puts that above his Purple Heart, I mean, that's pretty special.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you let's talk about our guest? Can you let's do a mic check real quick? Mic check over there. Give me a mic check real quick.
Hello?
Let's see.
Hello?
How about that?
Hello?
A little better. Okay.
Okay. Whatever you want.
Yeah. Just good. Just checking it out. Okay. Can you introduce yourself for us, please, and tell us about what's going on with you?
Well, I'm Richard Riggins, and I am the veteran coordinator for National Veterans Flagpole United. I've had that position for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of got drafted into
That's cool.
it.
That's cool.
But what I do is we get the veterans' names, the nominations, and we figure out, okay, we got this veteran, this veteran, this veteran, this veteran. We're all in the Garber area, so we'll do a weekend in Garber, and then we'll set up Enid, and then we're looking at going to Edmond and Oklahoma City in October.
Cool.
September 10th, we're looking at doing one in Covington, 2 in Garber, and 1 in
wow, what a great event! I'm sure you could probably organize poker runs around this thing, or just any kind of little get together. And I noticed it looks like you've got quite a few. Every now and then you've got a biker club in there. You came in your attire.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got a picture of that somewhere. Okay, let's go back over to here and see what else we've got on here. There's another crew right there.
Yeah, here's again, like I said, this is all a volunteer organization. So we put out, or I'll put out on our webpage on Facebook, National Veterans Flagpoles United, I'll put out about 2 weeks in advance where we're going to be and, when we're going to do this. So, like, whenever I get home this afternoon, I'm going to do the one for September, because a week from this Saturday, on September 10th, we are going to be doing, like Richard says, we're going to be doing the ones in Grauberger area that weekend. So I want everybody to know, hey, this is what's going on. And
how do people donate? Where do they send money?
Okay, well, with us going through our new name change and everything like that, I don't have a PayPal account set up yet, but it's coming. We're going to get that done. So right now, the best way to get donations to us is either cash or check. Get a hold of us on our Facebook page and let us know, hey, you would like to donate, and we will get a hold of you, and we will, come and get that donation from you. But we will.
The Facebook page is National Veterans Flagpoles United.
Yes, sir.
And is that the just the Enid location?
That's just us up here. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And so they can get a hold of us with instant message on there, and let us know, hey, we would love to donate to you, and we will coordinate with them and come and pick it up.
Okay.
Maybe it might be something that we could say, hey, if you want to drop your donation off at Jackson's, you can drop it off at Jackson's.
And how do you become a recipient of one of the flagpoles?
Okay. The way that you become a recipient for a flagpole is, one, you have to be a veteran, okay? You have to have honorably served, okay? So you need to have an honorable discharge. Those are the two main things. Well, obviously being the veteran, and then we don't vet people, like, you
don't really like, well, this guy's better than the other guy. We're just you trying to. And how are they? I mean, do you get a list of veterans or
we do?
Or what?
Matter of fact, if you go back to our Facebook page, I can show you how you can nominate somebody.
Okay.
All right. Go over to the About deal.
Okay.
Right there.
Right.
All right. And now you can go into
here.
The form.
Okay.
You can open that up.
Okay.
This is where you nominate your veterans at. Okay.
Very cool.
So you nominate your veterans on here.
Okay.
And then this goes directly into our database.
Okay.
On our spreadsheet database. This is where Richard comes in. He's the one that keeps track of all of our veterans and all of our nominations.
Okay.
And then as they come in, we sort them out and we
decide.
We group everybody together because, like he said, one weekend we may be in Enid, next weekend we may be in Cherokee, the next weekend we may be in Tulsa.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
So this is throughout the whole state. If
what a great logo you've got there too.
You like that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That logo, it was designed by our vice president, and I think he did a great job doing that. Roy Powell did a great job doing that, and you're going to see this logo around a lot. We're going to get these logos printed up. We're going to have stickers and stuff available eventually. So
if you have maybe some sort of like a flyer or something, I'm thinking maybe we could post up one of the Jacksons would be happy to be one of the donation centers. We've got customers coming through. Hey, by the way, if you want to, you can donate to this cause.
That would be awesome.
Good idea, right?
Yeah, that's an awesome idea.
I think just something like maybe just the form, even or we could take donations for you here. Just an idea.
Right. Okay. We could talk
be happy
about
to do that. Yeah, I'd be happy to do that, man.
We can talk about that. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Well, I just want to say that I'm thankful for you guys. It's what you're doing is there are folks out there that are doing nothing, and then there are folks like you that say, you know what, let's do something. Let's make a difference.
Well, the thing about it is, okay, Richard, for instance, he served 38 years in the Oklahoma Army National Guard. And
thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
As well.
You're welcome.
And I put 20 years in, okay? And after you leave the military, okay, you're leaving a brotherhood is what you're doing. Is you're basically leaving another family
Right.
is what you're doing. So when we are able as veterans,
It's a bond that a lot of people don't understand unless they have served and have been with
right,
the brothers. Yeah.
right. You may not know that veteran from Adam, but once you go up and introduce yourself to them and everything, you're their brother, you're their sister from that time on,
Right on.
And so anyway, like I was saying, for Richard and I and, the others on our board to do this, it's just a way of us to give back and
Right on.
basically just continue our service,
Right on.
because I know Richard as much as me and, Roy Powell and all that. We would love to still be in boots today,
Sure.
doing something for our country.
Sure.
But obviously time's gotten to us and all that stuff, and we're not able to do that. But we can, continue to help
Amen.
honor veterans,
Amen. Well, I think it's awesome. Thank you guys both for your service. I think that's going to bring us to a conclusion.
All right.
And anything else that you want to add?
No, if you have a veteran in your family that does not have a flagpole, I forgot to tell you this,
Yep,
Shane.
go ahead.
Let me throw this in here real quick. Okay. If you own your house, it's not a problem for us to put a pole up.
Okay.
Now, if you are renting a house and you're a veteran, if the landlord will give you a letter stating that it's okay that you have a flagpole in your front yard,
Right.
we will more than happy, give you a flagpole.
Okay.
But if that landlord will not give you a letter stating that you can have a flagpole, or
You should move out.
yeah,
basically.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No,
you should
no.
you get out of there.
I'm kidding.
But if the landlord won't give you a letter, or if you're living in like an assisted living area, or something like that, we can also give you a wooden flag.
Oh.
A wooden flag that
Okay,
you
that's
can hang
cool.
on
Very
your wall.
cool.
And they put that on their wall.
And you can take it wherever you go.
Exactly.
Fantastic. It's a good idea. Where do you get those from?
Well, my buddy, his buddy too,
Yeah.
served with us in the National Guard. His name is John Gaw.
Okay.
And he's the one that makes all of our wooden flags for us.
Okay,
And
okay.
so they have a coin holder on them, so
Really?
they're able to put their coins in them.
Is there a picture on here somewhere?
Yeah, there
Maybe,
should
maybe
be.
not, huh?
We awarded one.
Let's look here. See if
Let's
we can
look.
find something here.
I know that there's one on here with one of our past.
Let's see if we can find something here. These are some great. This is a great job that you guys are doing. It's awesome.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Stop right here real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
This veteran right here. It's going to make me cry. Just give me a minute.
You're good.
This veteran right here, we did last year. It was about this time last year. And he had cancer. And his wife works for the McVeigh law firm here in Enid. And she contacted us and she said, hey, my husband's got stage 4 cancer. We don't know how long he's going to be around, and we don't have a flagpole. So we moved him to the very top of our list, and we made it into a special deal for this veteran.
Wow.
And like I said, I'm going to end up crying. But so while they're putting in the flagpole, I'm talking to this veteran, and I'm asking this veteran about, what this pole means to him and everything. And I remember him telling me, this pole's going to be here long after I'm gone. And it's just going to be a way for my family basically to remember me by.
Give me chills.
And that veteran ended up dying back like in, I'm not going to say die, he passed back like in April, I think it was. So it was really fast from the time that we put that pole up until the time that he passed. It was like, 4 or 5, maybe 6 months at the
That's
most.
heavy. Yeah. You guys moved in and did it quick.
We did. And then at his funeral, our organization bought the one of the sprays to go over the casket for him.
Oh.
And stuff. So this veteran here was, and he was only 30. Oh man, in his 30s.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
In his 30s, he was a Navy veteran.
Oh, yeah.
And just ate up with cancer. And, you know, whenever I was talking to him about that, you know, hey, is there, you know, do the doctors think that, you know, they're going to be able to do anything to help you or, you know, any more, you know? He's like, no, I'm pretty much just buying my time now. And, you know, man, it just made me so sad, you know? And then whenever he told me, you know, that pole's going to be there long after he
That
is.
is huge. That's huge.
Yeah, you know,
guys, that's awesome. You know, when I heard what you guys were doing, obviously, you know, it's a good thing what you guys do, and we're all proud. But when you hear the stories of actually what's going on in their lives and what you guys are doing, it's even that much bigger.
Right, right. You know, and if you can get veterans like this, you know, I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, you cannot, you can't really explain it. You know,
there's you know, that's an infinite value there.
Right.
It's priceless.
Right.
You know, really, ultimately.
Right. And if
Fantastic.
you go back in the pics some, you'll probably come across, that's his wife and daughter. Okay, if you see, you can see that wood. Well, go on back a little ways, and you'll probably find. Okay, right here.
Okay, here we
right
go.
Here.
Okay.
If this guy looks familiar to you, he should. He's Jonathan Conder from Channel 5.
Okay.
I have a really good working relationship with Channel 5.
Okay.
I'm really good friends with Chase Rutledge, the pilot.
Okay. Okay.
So
Cool.
Jonathan Conder here was an Air Force vet, and I went down to Piedmont where he lives last year, and I awarded him this wooden flag so he could hang that up in the Channel 5 studios.
Wow.
And have it there, and you can see, you know, the coin holders on it, so he can put all of his military coins in it and everything.
Oh,
so,
I see. Those some of the
these-
stripes are. Oh, I see.
these
That's
slats
very
here,
cool. Okay.
They're
Okay.
slotted for
Yes,
the,
it's got double function. Then that's really neat.
yes.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so, yeah, that's Jonathan Conder. Go on back in. Let's see who else we got here. Okay, that.
Now you had.
That's a book I wrote.
Oh,
Two
really?
Yeah, I wrote 2 books.
No, you didn't tell me this. You didn't tell me this.
I
What's
did.
going on with that?
I wrote this book. My daddy's leaving. Whenever
Wow.
I was in college, and
Wow.
it is available on Amazon.
Okay.
And what it is a book that is animated, and it explains what happens when a family member gets deployed.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I did my daddy's
I did not
leaving.
know you did this kind of stuff, man. That's awesome.
I did, and I wrote this one, and then I wrote the other one, My Mommy's Leaving.
Oh wow.
Because, you know, females, women,
Yeah.
they deploy
Yeah,
just as much as
absolutely.
men, you know?
You know, those videos that you see where, you know, the parent comes back, you see them all over Facebook where they come back and they surprise the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about, you know, that's sacrifice.
Yes.
You know, seeing your mom or dad go away, that or leaving your children, that's sacrifice. Something that we won't, something that, you know, the regular citizen won't understand. You know,
Right.
they can see it. You know, when you see it, it's just it's a massive. It just jerks at the heartstrings. You know.
It does.
And so I can imagine that these books are going to be great in helping maybe a young person understand what's happening and kind of see a different perspective.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
I'm not making millions of dollars off these books or anything like that, but, you know, they're out there available.
That's awesome.
You can go to Amazon and download these for 99 cents.
Okay.
And what I've done is I've set up a way that for every one of these books I sell, I take that money and I give it directly to our Flagpole
I didn't know
organization.
you were doing. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's cool, man.
It's a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, well,
you know?
props to you.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Aspiring writer. That's great.
I haven't written any books since then, but yeah, these were pretty fun to
It's
do
great.
as a college project at Northern Oklahoma College whenever I was finishing up my degree. Okay, now this is Roy Powell. He's our vice president.
Okay.
This quilt that he has here is actually a very special quilt. This has nothing to do with our organization, but this has something to do with quilts of valor.
I am familiar with this.
Are you
I have a
familiar?
good customer and friend of mine. Doc, his name is James Horton. We call him Doc over in Woodward.
Okay.
And he was presented with one of these, and it is one of his most prized possessions.
Yes.
It is a very big deal. But go ahead and explain what it is.
Well, what they do is Quilts of Valor, they go out and they take veterans and they give them a quilt. These quilts are all handmade. There's nothing machine made on them. And if you look right here, you'll see a star. And that star has came off of a retired American flag that was getting ready to be. Yeah. So that flag may have flown. You don't know where it's flown, but it is a star off of an American flag. Because when you go to basically retire these flags, you got to remove the stars from the field, from the Union. You got to cut the stripes off and all that stuff. And so this is where that star comes from.
We go through several flags here, and we just donated or actually had the local Boy Scouts retire those flags. And so if you ever need a flag, you probably have access to plenty, but we get the nice big ones that are, that are high quality flags. So, wow, that's neat to know that those are being repurposed in a meaningful way.
Yes. And then this is a group from the Vance Air Force Base. These flags, and I'll tell you, all of our flags that we get are donated by Ace Hardware. Okay. Very one of the sponsors. Okay. One of our sponsors, and what they do is they give us these flags, and then this batch was flown on T-38 aircraft.
Okay.
Out from Vance, and then they were given a certificate, of when they were flown and what T-38 they were flown on and everything. And then
actually doing a bit of service, a little bit of each flag.
Exactly. Being flown above the skies of Oklahoma, then given to a veteran. And now we've worked out.
Wow, that's neat.
It is pretty cool. We worked out a partnership now with the National Guard, the Oklahoma Army National Guard, and they put our flags on Black Hawk helicopters and fly them on Black Hawk
and
helicopters.
Bring them back and give them to the...
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so last month, for instance, we were supposed to have a Black Hawk helicopter come to Garber. And be there for a couple hours on display. Well, 10 minutes before that helicopter was supposed to take off, it got called out to state active duty to go fight the wildfire out in Hitchcock. And so we didn't get the helicopter in Garber, but what was really cool about that deal was we had 20 brand new flags on that Black Hawk helicopter that flew on that helicopter while they were fighting fires.
Really? Okay. So it actually had some action then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
some service. Okay.
Yeah. So now they're going to get a special certificate for those flags, stating that they were flown on an active duty mission. Wow. For the state of Oklahoma. So it's going to be a very cool deal.
So much insight. I did not realize there was so much to it, and it is very special what you're doing.
Yes. It could be just about putting a flagpole up, shaking a veteran's hand, and saying thank you.
Right.
It could be as easy as that. I'm not an easy person.
Right. Well, in my opinion, you're an esteemed writer. I mean, that's just the starting.
Well, I'm not an easy person. So I like to go above and beyond and make all of these very special. For the veterans. And so that's when I thought, hey, if we could get our flags flown, on a T-38 or on a Black Hawk helicopter, something, to give, or, a story.
Something,
about that flag, that the veteran raises.
Make the special situation even a little bit more.
Right. And here's one that we did. This is a pretty cool picture. We put a flagpole up in front of Enid Brewery last year, and
popular spot in town.
It is. And so they are the first commercial.
I like the light. I like the light on top of it.
Yes, all of our flagpoles come with these lights on
Really?
them.
Even the
Yes.
ones you put everywhere you put?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
that. You hook power to it the whole 9 yards.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
these are solar.
Solar. Okay, cool.
Solar.
Okay, cool.
So every
didn't know
one
that.
of our poles has a light.
Okay.
Has a special flag that was flown on a, either a T-38
Right.
or a Black Hawk helicopter.
Right.
And then if you notice, this pole is silver. Well, when whenever I got this whole chapter up here by ourselves, we changed to black flagpoles.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're putting up black flagpoles
Yeah.
instead of silver
Distinguish,
ones.
yeah.
Distinguish us
Distinguish
out a
it.
little
Very
bit,
cool.
yeah. But yeah, that's a pretty cool picture.
The black kind of emphasizes the flag a little more, actually.
It does. That's my old deuce and half that I had.
That's neat.
I don't have it anymore.
Yeah?
That was a money wagon. I couldn't afford to keep up with it.
We've had a few of those around here, Cale.
Have you? So that was that one. Let's see what
There's
else
the back
we
of
can
it. That's cool.
get into here. We can go all past that.
There's a
Oh,
bears.
now this is a cool deal. Okay, so you see these guys in the yellow shirts,
Right. Say Navy.
They say Navy on them. We won't hold that against them. But these guys last year in October, the Navy has what they call Chief Season. It's where E6s, okay, are getting ready to be promoted to E7s to a chief.
Okay.
And so part of their requirement to get promoted is they got to do something different.
Okay.
Or something every once a week for 6 weeks during what they call chief season. Okay. And part of that is volunteering back in the community. So last year I got contacted by Tinker Air Force Base.
Okay.
Because they have a large presence of Navy veterans out there, or Navy personnel out there, and they asked me if we would be willing to, do flagpoles with them so they could put in their volunteer hours and all that. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, we can do that. So we went out and we honored chief selects last year, or ones that were already retired as, a chief or a master chief, whatever. And so this is where the yellow shirts come in and everything. Great. Now,
are they local folks? Or?
No, these were all in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
I actually think this was in Moore when we did this one.
Okay.
But these are personnel from Tinker Air Force Base that came out and did this.
Very
for
cool.
us. So
Making an impact, man. Wow.
Yeah, that was a really cool deal, and we're going to do that again. I hope this year. There's all the chief selects. So they're getting ready to. They all got promoted last year, so now they're all E7s, which is really cool. And I know that doesn't mean anything to the civilians out there, but whenever you make E7 or above, that's pretty special. A senior NCO is pretty special to have, as a rank. So it means a lot. So that's what this is all about. Let's see here. We'll go on through some more. I know there's some more cool pictures on here from...
Well, tell me about these characters here.
These characters here. This is the CVMA guys, the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association. The guy on the far left is Alan Stowers. He's one of my good friends. He lives in Garber out there with us.
Okay.
And so every time we do one of these, I get a hold of Alan and I let him know, and then he puts the word out to his combat vet motorcycle guys. And if they're able, they come up and help us out. Now, some of these guys come clear up from Oklahoma City to help us out, you know. So that's what this is all about. This is Clarence Wallace's house here in Enid. I think that was our very first black flagpole that we put up, if I remember right.
Wow.
This is back in Garber. I'll tell you about how we do this. It's a complete ceremony, is what it is.
Yeah.
When they raise that, they're putting the pole in the ground. Then we'll have the veteran come over and raise the flag, and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. And then after that, I'll say a short prayer. Then we'll take pictures, and then we'll bring the flag down. And because we like the poles to set overnight.
Without having to be, moved.
Yeah. So we'll bring the flag down, and we will fold the flag, and I explain what each of the 13 folds represents. And then I present that veteran that flag, and if you've ever been to a military funeral, you know, they do the slow military salute, you know, and that's what I do for the veteran.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
And then I give him his flag, and I shake his hand and tell him thank
I bet
you.
it's a special moment, an intense moment.
It is. It's a very intense moment.
These are some of your sponsors here.
These are our sponsors: Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City, Ace Hardware here in Enid, McVeigh Law Firm, the We Two Restaurant.
Everybody loves the We Too.
Everybody loves the We Too. Yes. Chisholm Trail Broadcasting has done a lot for us, and continues to do a lot for us.
They were here this weekend, actually,
Yes.
for the SPCA event. Yeah.
Yeah. So great organization to have on board. Matter of fact, this is Derek here from the radio station doing a news article on this veteran. I know there's some more cool pictures on here.
I know there is. Well, listen, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up.
All right.
I just wanted to get with you gentlemen and see what you're all about. Let everyone else kind of know what you're all about. Tell you thank you for your service and thank you for what you're doing now. It's important. And I'm Jackson's is happy to be a part of it. And I want to continue to support you in the future. So, you know, I have a couple things maybe we can do together.
Okay.
And we're here for you. Be happy to be a donation center.
Shane,
And,
I appreciate it so much.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Thank you.
With you guys coming on board, that was a huge help. You
Yeah,
know,
it's,
huge help.
it's minor compared to what you guys are doing, and we believe in the cause, man. We believe in the cause.
We
so
appreciate
we want to
it.
do more.
Well, we appreciate it, and I love Jackson's.
All
man.
right,
I
thank
do.
you, man.
So,
Okay, well, we're going to sign off, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right.
And thank you, Mr. Grauberger.
Thank you, Shane.
And thank Richard.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Richard, for being here. And we will see you guys soon.
All right. Thank you.
Let's see here.
Man, that was pretty cool.